welcome back to Sensibly Frugal Living. Today I have a Halloween video for you. All of our bits and pieces, crafts, pumpkin carving, all up to Halloween. So the crafts and the pumpkin carving happened a few days before, and just a heads up, our pumpkins caved in on themselves within a couple of days. So yeah, there was that. But on this day when my son's doing his crafts, it was really miserable and half term, and you know, kids on board. So we printed out some pumpkin shapes and he got to decorating them, and I think he did a great job. I love the spider one. That's the creepiest one. I just let him loose with the sequins and googly eyes and things like that. I have a little, like, what we call the craft drawers, and bits and pieces get put in there and he can do what he likes. And then we cut them out, put a little hole punch them at the top, and then we hung them like a banner, and I think that worked out really well. Really like that. And it was a free activity in the half term when the weather was atrocious outside. He also made these paper chains. There's another one on the windowsill with my husband whilst I was at work. So that was a little bit before half term, was it? A couple of days. So pumpkin carving is a tradition. The kids were just happy they got to do it, even though they didn't last very long. So that was Tesco's pumpkins for you. They weren't furry like that day, and we really scraped at them to get all the extra like flesh out. But my husband is the designated pumpkin carver. The kids kind of give him a design. They like, well, my daughter doesn't like to do it, but my son does get all their pumpkin guts out, and my husband does the design on it for them, so they pick what they want and he gets to town because I'm no good with that. So we've got an Avengers, and then we've got, is he called Oogie Boogie? I kept calling him Oogly Boogly. The kids were like, that's not his name. So now we're on the day before Halloween, and my son was going through all of his dress up to see what he was going to wear. This year we bought him a cat mask and a little glow-in-the-dark mask thing. And my daughter wanted to be Wanda, you know, Scarlet Witch. She had some bits, she got some bits herself, and I gave her some money to get bits on Vinted as well. And so that was quite cheap Halloween costume. So this is that cat mask. It's actually an adult mask, so he can't use it properly, but he loved it. We just tie it a bit tighter at the back. And he decided on 2 outfits because the next day, Halloween, we were going to the library Halloween party, and he decided to wear an old, I don't know if it's Voldemort, a Dementor or a Death Eater. It's a Harry Potter themed, that black thing, don't know what it is, with the cat mask. And then for Halloween, like trick-or-treating, he wanted to wear his old, this is really old, this is my daughter's when she was really young as well. We must have had that devil costume for 10 years with that glow-in-the-dark mask. And then I knew we had is it a trident, a horn, pitchfork, I don't know what you call it, down the back of the sofa. So we pulled that out. Oh, and he also got this hand thing. I think it was like £2 something, like that thing. I don't know what it is, a sweetie bag, treat bag. So he could take that trick-or-treating as well. My daughter did not want anything like that. And I think he looks really cool. Look at that. We did find old face mitts. Well, I say old face mitts, they were unopened from last year, just the little £1 ones. And he didn't want to wear that mask the whole time at the library, so we did him some black eyes and some scars, like stitches and blood, so he could take the mask off. Also, the day before Halloween, he decided to go through all his toys. My son loves creepy toys, so Fugglers, Huggy Wuggies, Siren Head. Let me make it clear, he hasn't watched or played any of the games. I don't know what the games are even called. I think, there's Rainbow Friends and stuff, and the Huggy Wuggy thing. Oh my goodness. They are terrifying looking. But he does like the ugly teddies, Fugglers, Huggy Wuggies. So he wanted to get them all out, decorate my shelf, and make a creepy thing shelf. I did a post on this and showed the shelf because I thought it was a good idea. If you don't have much in the way of decorations, but your kids have things they can decorate with, or even like make things out of Lego and stuff, they're involved in all the decorating, and yeah, it's quite fun, and it hasn't cost you a penny. Look at how creepy these Huggy Wuggy things are. I do not like them at all, but he loves them. He's got them in multiple colours. The Fugglers, that little rabbit thing is a Fuggler, and they've got fake teeth. The actual big Fugglers he didn't use for Halloween. They are horrific. They are so horrible, and they look like they've got real teeth. Oh my goodness. So he set to decorating my shelf. I thought it was quite cool, and he's quite proud of this because, you know, it's all his stuff and all his decorating, and yeah, that's still there at the moment. I'm filming this voiceover the day after Halloween, and I've got to go back to work today. I've been on annual leave, so the Halloween decoration are going to stay up till later. My son's got football training. My husband has to pick him up from that, do things with him today, and yeah, they're just going to have to come down later. But that's why I only decorate for Halloween the one day. I don't decorate way in advance because I can't stand Halloween decorations. It's not like having Christmas decorations up. So the lead up to Halloween was just as fun as Halloween itself. I like to extend it a bit, make it more than just the day. Now, this is Halloween morning. It doesn't look like I have very many decorations in that little box, but we actually do. And quite impressive decorations, I thought. Quite a lot about. So these were the things I bought in the charity shop. We also bought some new things. I got this 75p in Tesco, which we'll use year after year. And I bought, my sister gave us this. I don't know if she decorated her house, but when they came round the other day, they gave my son that, which was really good. That was really stretchy spiderweb. And I got this in pound stretcher this year. It was reduced to 62p. And the wooden sign, well, the cardboard signs, not wooden, are they? I got in Tesco's. I think I showed them last year. They were after Halloween, 25 pence each, 30 pence each, cheap bits. So this is what we've got this year, and we add to it every year. And a lot of the stuff the kids have made in the past, we bring out every year. So my son made these last year to go in the garden. This year he just stuck them on his window. We've got paper plate spiders. We've got the window coverings. Those orange ones I've had for a long time and they go out every year. Got more spider's web. I keep it. I don't replace it, but it doesn't look as good. It's not as stretchy as the new stuff. We've got egg boxes that have been made to look like monsters. These napkins I think have lasted me like 4 years. But, I've still got some left as well. And these little pumpkins, my nan got the children them, and they painted them down her house a few years ago, and they still light up. I haven't had to replace the batteries on these yet. But I put these in the window because it gets very windy at the front of our house, and our pumpkins always blow out. So we put them in the window to let people know we're trick-or-treating. I had some glow sticks left. I bought new glow sticks this year. My daughter had 3 friends over before they went out trick-or-treating, and I'd done a buffet and everything, and you'll see that in a moment. Everyone had a glow stick, and I put whatever was left in the sweetie basket for the trick-or-treaters, and everyone was very happy to take them. I also put satsumas that I'd drawn pumpkin faces on, and my family were like, no one's gonna take them, you'll be seen as a lady who's put oranges in the sweetie tub. There was sweets in the tub and glow-in-the-dark bracelets, but 2 of the satsumas got taken. My son had great fun decorating. Look at this. So that's the old spider's web. You can tell the difference between the new stuff beside it. That's the new stuff there. But I'm going to bring it out every year. It's fine. It looks spooky. I don't want to keep paying for that, but we do use it for the one day. So here's my charity shop tablecloth. It was massive. We had to keep it folded in half, but yeah, it does the job. I'm going to go wipe that over and keep it again next year. There's my little satsumas, look. Impressed with them. When we went out trick-or-treating, we left the basket outside with a little sign that said, please take one. And when we came back, there was plenty of sweets left, but you could tell people had been taking them. And there was lots in our neighbourhood this year, lots more than last year, had put out that they were advertising pumpkins, decorated, and there was a lot more trick-or-treaters about. So I don't know what's changed, because normally we don't get any up our road, and we had about 29. And that was massive. My son was like, I can't believe we've had so many trick-or-treaters. And we advertise it every year. So next year my daughter doesn't want to go out trick-or-treating. She doesn't think she wants to be the one that gives out to the trick-or-treaters. So my friend made these for her church, and there was some left over, so she gave them to my children. So we had cakes for the buffet as well. So now we're on to the Halloween party at the library. They got to decorate biscuits. My son did 4. And yeah, I ate them as well. I think we got 1. And yeah, he enjoyed this. They all got to wear costumes if they wanted to. Decorate biscuits. They also got to do gluing, glittering, make ghosts, make their own pictures, use stickers. And we all know that I do not like things like glitter. So I was quite happy for him to make the library glittery. And I know the librarian. And I was like, you're going to be finding glitter for months and months and months. She's like, that's okay. They can go to town, make it as glittery as they like. And I was like, lovely, saves it being in my house. In the afternoon, like I said, we had my daughter's friends over for a buffet, and I paid £11.59 for the food for the buffet. I didn't include the cheese and ham because I already had that in the fridge, and the paper plates I already had. £11.59 for the entire buffet. I made these jellies the day before so that they could set, and then I added the little edible eyes on the top, and this was still included in that £11.59, so I was really impressed with that. And obviously my friend made cakes, so we added that. So that's not in the cost either. The cakes aren't in the cost. So here's our little sweetie bowl ready for our trick-or-treaters. The glow sticks went down a tree. In the end, because it was quite dark out, we do have the outside light, and, you know, we were breaking the glow sticks so people could actually see what they were. So for the buffet, I did sausage rolls, like a 50 pack. I did all of them, and we got some left, and I put them in the fridge so we can munch on them. 2 pizzas, a packet of chicken nuggets. What else did I do? Sandwiches, cheese and ham, the jelly, and we had the cakes, and I put out some of those Jaffa Cake Halloween bars, and did I say Pringles? I can't remember. But this was our buffet for £11.59, and I was very, very happy with that. I was quite impressed with that. And here's all our decorations at night time, ready for the trick-or-treaters and ready for my daughter's friends to come around. I didn't get any footage of us going trick-or-treating because it was just too dark, and, you know, I was occupied, and my daughter didn't want me to film her and her friends or put a picture up and have their faces blocked out. She didn't want that, so I didn't do that. But this is what my son came home with. He had so much. Like I said, our neighbourhood really came together, and yeah, it was brilliant how many houses were advertising that they were doing Halloween this year. And my daughter got a little bucket full. She didn't do as many houses, and I think this might be her last year, like she said. She's 14, nearly 15, and they were all dressed up, bless them. But she's getting to the age now where I think she's going to be the hander-outer, not the trick-or-treater. So I think my kids are going to be set to Christmas with all this loot. Look at it! Absolutely crazy. So I think you'll agree that my kids had a great time, and I hope that if you celebrated Halloween that you had a great time too. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe and comment, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!